Hey YouTube, how we doing? Welcome into another video. We are on another month, another community update. Of course, this is the February community update for Space Marine 2. So there's been quite a lot that's gone on this month, especially with the release of 6.0. So let's get straight into the February community update and have a look what it's got to offer. And I've heard there's a few little spicy bits that we might want to know going forward. So if you do like this kind of content, guys, please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more like it. But for now, let's get into it. So, February community update. Hello, Space Marines. Let's recap what's occurred in February on Space Marine 2 a bit, and then we're tackling the future topics. That is what we want to hear about. We want to hear about future topics. We know you're eager for patch 7 to drop. There's still a bit of a wait, but in the meantime, we'll be able to tease you a little. Excuse me. That's what we like to hear. We like to hear the little bits of teases. So, the February recap. This month we released 6.0, which gave us the Data Vault update containing new, free, and seasonal pass content. You will check. You may check the entire changelog here. Okay, changelog. Never heard of a changelog before. Mostly the biggest features were added in the game are the new Data Vault with new cosmetic rewards. Some of those cosmetic rewards do look really, really nice. We got the new Biovore enemy, which is like the new Terminus enemy, which is I've not fought one yet. I haven't got to round to fighting one, but I've heard they're quite scary to fight sometimes. So I have to get into that at some point. We've got the new PvP match, the 2. I have had a go at this one. It is completely different. It's a little bit more staggered level. Very, very different. I do want to get into doing some more PvP again, but I really do want them to bring in something like a ranked mode, or. But we do know we are getting PvP lobbies, which is really, really good. So if you do want to see some more of that, please do leave a like to the channel, subscribe, because we are going to be doing some community events when those PvP lobbies do drop. So keep an eye on that. Then we got the Salamander Champion Pack, which again was probably one of the least liked champion packs, just because Salamanders as a sniper is probably not what you want. But I understand where they're going, probably with the other characters, which is why they've kind of gone for the Salamander. And to be honest, the cloak looks really nice. I just wish I could use it not on my Salamander. Would be really nice on that. I really, really wish they would take certain aspects of those champion packs and put them into the other characters. It would be really nice. We got the Raven Guard cosmetic pack, really, really cool. She got the beaky helmet, which is what we want. We got the FOV slider. I completely forgot about this last time I played, and I didn't do anything with the FOV slider. So we'll have to have a look at that at some point. Maybe, in fact, we'll put some gameplay over the top of this bit to show you what the FOV slider looks like, because we haven't actually touched it on it pretty much at all. And then we've got some new perk reworks, which actually some of those perks are actually pretty decent now, which is not too bad. But I do think there is a bit more that we need to sort of go into and tweak, because some of them are just terrible. Some of them you're never going to use. Following that, we will release the 6.1 hot patch to help with a few remaining bugs. Connectivity issues mostly. Again, you can read the recent patch notes, or up in the card right here will be the last lot of patch notes. So if you want to go see them, that'll be there. We are aware there are we are aware that these two updates have a few issues remaining, such as the FPS drop and too many spore mines spawning at the same time. I haven't had that, but that sounds quite funny. That should be a modifier when we get modifiers. Just shite loads of spore mines. We're actively working on it. Hotfix 2.0 will arrive later next week, and which will be this week as of releasing this video, and it shall fix the spore mine issues and bring some balancing tweaks. So, you got the Imperial Vigil, which is the community event. We heard about your desire to have a helmet, emblemless Mark, Mark 8 errant helmet. So here is your chance. This cosmetic is entirely free and only requires you to link your pros account, which I wouldn't be surprised at this point that most people have linked their pros account to the Space Marine 2. And here's a brief. Here's your brief. Achieve victory in each of the 6 classes in operations modes to win an emblemless Mark 8 errant helmet. And there it is on screen right now. This way, that one right there. Hello helmet. So yeah, the community update, and it runs from the 1st of February, the 21st of February to the 3rd of March. So you've literally, as of the release of this video, got today. So yeah, you've only got till today. So get it in at 10 a.m. So I think that's actually ended now. So this is a little bit annoying. If it was the helmet with the hood, I'd have been like, yeah, cool. Like, but they've literally just gone, it's not the one with the helmet, which I think is really sucks. So maybe we're gonna get something later on that will give us that, but we'll see. A note on community events. We have noted that the community events have received cold feedback since we introduced them as an additional way to unlock cosmetic items. We saw that many of you mentioned the FOMO generated by the event. Rest assured, we are not looking to transform Space Marine 2 into a full live service. The items available in the events will be available later for everyone. We want the community to send a way to unlock the items in advance for the most dedicated players and not a source of frustration and stress for everyone. So that's pretty cool. The helmet you saw above, we will be getting that as well, which is really good. However, that means we must provide a smooth experience to unlocking said items, which has not been the case so far. We deeply apologize for the trouble, and we're currently working to simplify process to unlock the items to make the experience less constricting. So what they're saying is basically at the start of this event, you struggle to get your classes being registered on pros. So they did do a bit to go through it, which is really good, but also it's really annoying because it doesn't work. So what's coming? The 7.0 is making update is in the making. Good if I could read. And we're working on it, and we'll give you more precise date once we get one. This update will bring several awaited features. So one more chapter pack by the looks for the season pass, and one more champion pack for the season pass. It will bring private PvP lobbies, which is really cool. A new weapon, which I don't think we've had any information on that yet. But we'll see going forward. So we've got a new PvE weapon, and that'll be for PvE only for now, because of course they do it, then they do the balances, and then it goes into PvP. We get a new operation, so another new operation, a weapon perk rebalance, a weapon loadout rework. Oh, that's really cool. Class weapon loadouts rework. Please, please, please put your perks into there as well. The perks and your upgrades and updates, they need to go into there as well. We need to be able to change them so that if we pick a different weapon, we get some different abilities. That's what is needed. And then we're also going to get the PvE prestige rank. Once you reach 25 on a class, you can buy a prestige level. That will be unlock a unique prestige perk. Hopefully these perks are going to be, reasonable and good. They're going to be useful. Choose them wisely, because you won't be able to change your selection prestige perk before unlocking the 4th prestige level. Damn, how many prestige levels are there? On top of the power boost, each class will have a unique cosmetic reward that emphasizes the class's iconic armor part. So if I'm a sniper, its classic armor part would be your hood or your cloak. So that means we're going to get a new cloak. The tactical's probably going to get a tabard, isn't it? Because that's pretty much what that is. The heavy's going to get a new iron halo. The assault will get a new jump pack. The vanguard, what is the vanguards? I don't even know what the vanguards is. Does the vanguard even have a unique piece? I don't know. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. And then also more. So I wonder what more. But hopefully it's gonna be some spicy stuff. So by the looks, as you can see at the bottom, Horde mode. Horde mode will not be coming with update 7.0. We're probably going to be looking at update 8.0, hopefully. So, Horde mode, and this is, by the looks, this is everyone's comments over on Discord. So, do we have any information on the Horde mode? Is the Horde mode coming? Horde mode where? Want Horde mode. In the grim dark of the near future, there was cavemen. Horde mode where? Me want Horde mode. We need Horde mode. We do need Horde mode. I'm excited for Horde mode. I want the Horde mode. I can't wait for season 4. Horde mode when? Yeah, there's so many people, and on pretty much every video I've made on this, I pretty much go, "Where's Horde mode? We want Horde mode now." So apparently, you're waiting for the Horde mode. Yes, we are. Please give it to us, Focus. We're very eager to get more information on Horde mode. It's one of our top priorities right now. One thing we can say is that it will be very different from Space Marine 1 Horde mode. And that there's a surprise we can't wait for you to find out about. Speculations. Let me know in the comments what that surprise may be. Basically, if anyone doesn't remember, Space Marine 1 Horde mode was very, very much just beat, I think it was 25 rounds or 10 rounds, something like that. I can't remember how many it was, where you fight just orcs. The orcs just come, you fight them, you kill them, they get stronger, and they get stronger at the end, and then you beat a wave. The last wave is a wave of chaos. And then I think the same goes the other way around. You fight the orcs, and then at the very end, it's the Space Marines, basically. So it wasn't really a Horde mode, but it was very, very, it was wave-based Horde mode. So hopefully this adds some spin. I'm really hoping. So the pinnacle of Horde mode, and anybody will tell me this, if you do like this, I'm going to put a pinned comment. Just like the comment of the pinnacle of Horde modes is Gears of War 3. Everyone says Gears of War 2, but Gears of War 3 completely made it like the best kind of Horde mode. And that is the pinnacle of Horde mode. And that is what this game is very, very similar to. So this game needs to go along the lines of Gears of War 3 Horde mode. And if it goes anywhere down that line, I am going to be one of the happiest people in the world. So yeah, I cannot wait for this Horde mode. This Horde mode is going to be really good. Once we get really interesting things to show you about it, we will do. Bear with us. There is also going to be the public test server. So we're excited to share our goal to launch public test server in just a few weeks. Expected to take place in March and before patch 7. Once we get specific dates, we'll make an official statement on our socials and Discord. This will give you early access to upcoming features and the opportunity to share your feedback, helping us refine the content before it officially releases. It will be exclusively happen on Steam, neither on the Epic Games Store nor consoles. It'll be very easy to install because it will act as a separate game. Community feedback on the new absolute difficulty, a word from our game director. We would like to hear your opinion regarding absolute difficulty. Overall, we are quite happy with how intense the difficulty itself is. We see that it requires a lot of concentration, and we feel like it's fun in terms of how many enemies you have to face, how hard they hit you, etc. At the same time, we see the comments that it's a bit easy, yet on the other hand, we don't want to mess it up, and we would like to hear your voice on the community from the community first. So here's some data and context. So according to our stats, the average win rate for absolute difficulty is 60%, significantly higher than lethal difficulty that sits at 50%, which seems a bit higher than we expected. But is that because you've now got a smaller pool of players? Because of course you've got everybody that came on originally, did everything, and now they've kind of just like gone, okay, we've had our fun with Space Marine. We've seen that it's another higher difficulty. I haven't fully unlocked all my perks. I haven't got to level 25. Should I go and play this? And probably the answer is no. And probably that's the reason why your absolute difficulty, which is up here, is actually you're actually getting more victories, because the people that were doing here, the top 50, are the only ones really doing this one. So I don't think that there's much correlation there, realistically. At the same time, such high win rates is explained by three factors. Absolute difficulty is locked for new users. Only 12% of daily play is spent in absolute difficulty, and only 15% of weekly active players play at least one match on absolute difficulty. So there you go. There's just not the pool of players playing it to kind of warrant going, is it actually any harder? Is it actually any easier? Which realistically it's not. This means that only a small portion of very hardcore and very well prepared players are playing absolute difficulty. And we must find a proper balance between the wishes of hardcore players and more casual players that simply want to have fun. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. I will be completely honest. I think we are almost at our limits in terms of how we can make the game harder without making it unfair and not fun. We can't specifically increase the number of enemies for performance and memory reasons. Greatly increasing enemy damage and HP will make players will die randomly and will make enemies bullet sponges, which is not fun. So I think that bit right there, if you want to make another one, I think it needs to be challenge difficulty. And you need to bring in a weekly rotating challenge. So, for example, the challenge that what you had originally, where people couldn't go far away from each other, bring that in. That is how that you are now going to make it more difficult. So you could have it where, I don't know, range of weapons is completely lowered, or you're not allowed to, you can't, well, I wouldn't say get rid of roll, but you don't roll as far, or something, some kind of modifier that makes things different. Like 1 week you could have, there is no Termagants or Hormagaunts, none of them, it's only warriors. You could say that there's only warriors. There's no rank and file. Or you go, you know what? We're going to get rid of warriors. We're going to have rank and file. That sort of thing. Bump up their damage. They're just slightly. They've still got the same health ball, but they do significantly more damage to compensate that you've not got these big brute guys in the background. So I think that's the next step. The next step is some kind of some kind of challenge mode, effectively. We do not want to implement a new difficulty because that would split the matchmaking pool even more. We have a stick to the existing 6 difficulties, so they're probably not going to do one, but maybe that's what you can do with absolute difficulty. The proper way to do this would be implementing some set of gameplay modifiers. Type formation gameplay modifier that we tried to release earlier, combination of which would make each challenge unique. And I'm happy to announce that we are already working on the system. However, this will take time. For now, we can tweak some parameters, and we would like to hear your opinion specific items. I don't think we need to change it. I've done some absolute. I don't think it needs changing, but definitely need some kind of modifier to go into there that you can choose. Maybe, as I say, maybe make absolute the challenge modifier. Yeah, have a modifier to it. So keep it the difficulty it is, but just go, you know what, we're going to add a challenge modifier to it. So, poll 1. Would you like to see dual terminus enemies or more terminus enemies in general in absolute? We can make it so that there will be more terminus enemies on a level, particularly potentially 2 at the same time. Plus, we can lift restrictions that prevent terminus enemies from spawning on levels that have final bosses, i.e. the Hive Tyrant. I think that would be pretty cool. I'll probably will vote on the... In fact, can we vote? Oh, so it does. So yeah, so you can vote on this. I'm going to say yes. Let's sort of vote that one. I've got to log in. Okay. Never mind. We'll leave that for now. I'll log in a bit later. I think that would be pretty cool. Poll 2, shall we increase the health and damage on Absolute? Some of the builds can break health thresholds and start one-shotting enemies. We are only talking about a small health damage tweak that should not cause enemies to become bullet sponges. I don't think they need to change the damage or the health. I don't think that's something you need to do. Would it be better to have more limited ammo refills on absolute mode? Again, I don't think so. I remember being on there and I did kind of start losing ammo quite quickly, so I don't think that that's something they need to do. Would it be better to have do you want more aggressive enemies in absolute? I think, again, I feel like this is probably the only one that we need to change and then add challenges. I don't think these three need to be done. But if you want to go vote for yourself, guys, head over to Focus Together and it will be on there. We will implement the adjustments as soon as we can. That's from the game director. Then we got some new exclusive Space Marine wallpapers to drop, which these look really cool. I like this one. So once you've created your account, you can directly link your Steam account to it. By doing so, you will earn a new badge, avatar, title to pimp up your profile. So sign in now. And we got the new emotes. So these are all the different people using emotes. You've got For the Emperor. For the Emperor. What else we got? Oh, we got the Neil one, which I think that's such a cool shot. For the Emperor again, and then it's my baby. So props to Adomic, Husky JB, Silicicus, and Marcus meant for the nice shots. That's it for this month. Don't hesitate to provide feedback on the upcoming content in the comments below and the comments below this video, and in the idea section of Focus Together. We'll see you next month for another community update. With love, respect from Saber and Focus. The Emperor protects. I think, to be honest, I think everything on there is really, really good. I definitely feel that Absolute is in a good place. I don't think we need to change anything. I just feel like we need challenges. We need weekly challenges, weekly modifiers, and have that the game mode or the difficulty that has them. And I think that's all you need. I think if we start making things, they're like, oh, we're going to tweak the damage, and then it's going to go from a 60% win rate to a 30% win rate, and everyone's going to be like, argh. So I don't think that's what we need to do. But let me know down in the comments, guys, what you think might be good for Absolute. Let me know if you've done Absolute and whether you've actually had a go. But until next time, guys, thank you very much for being here. Like and subscribe, as always, for more content like this, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Okay, bye.